So here I'm performing a shoulder flexion pail and rail. I'm using a TRX for this variation, but you can use other variations as well. So when I'm getting into this position, I'm putting my hands in the rings, I'm getting up top here, and then I'm finding the stretch of my hands, my shoulders in shoulder flexion. We hold for 2 minutes, which is what that speed up here is for. So we're fast forwarding through that 2 minutes, but then once I start my rep, I'm driving my hands down, trying to squeeze my lat, a little part of my front of my shoulder, a little bit of my chest to try to drive my hands down for my pails. And then my rails is gonna be trying to lift off here and trying to drive my hands back and away right there. See that switch in direction? I'm trying to drive my hands back over my head even more to get into deeper shoulder flexion. Big key here when I'm doing this is to not let your back extend. A lot of people will, when they get overhead, they arch their back. This is one of the big things we have to not do, is to get our shoulder better at being overhead. In order to do that, when we train these separate parts, we have to be able to actually use the shoulder to both push down and pull up, which will allow us the ability to build more stuff to help us get overhead easier and not compensate through the spine in order to get more overhead. So I complete one rep, I rest 30 seconds or so, I do another rep, and then as you see right there, I got a little bit deeper into that stretch to allow myself that range in the backside there. So after I complete 2 reps there, I come out of it. Afterwards, you're probably pretty tender, that's okay. Just do a shoulder car or 2 to loosen up some of that range, try to work out some of that tension. I usually do 1 per side just to make sure afterwards I'm using that range of motion I just opened up and I'm not staying too tight for too long.